Hello everyone, welcome to Timur Talks, show where we talk about politics, news and local news. But today I'm gonna make it special. There's a really big international event that's happening right now, and that's Egypt. The military just set a deadline. Morsi refused, and just right now, and I'm just hearing about this right now, Morsi's been ousted by the military. Now, is this good or is this bad? There's a lot of sides to this story. A lot of people are unhappy, and we can see with the massive protests that are happening in Tahrir Square. And also, there's a lot of people on the other side that we're not hearing too much about. We're not hearing about the side of the what do you call it, the Muslim Brotherhood. I am not for the Muslim Brotherhood in any way whatsoever. Just to clarify that. But I'm just saying that I haven't heard I've heard very little from that side, and as much as I don't want to hear from them, as a person who wants to gather unbiased, impartial, and get the news that we need, the complete story, it's hard to get it in this situation. Many people are unhappy with Morsi, for one of several reasons, and this is all happened throughout the course of last year, and it's mainly the poor people in Egypt. One, the revolution really hurt the tourism industry. People don't want to go there anymore. It's very dangerous to go there, so you can't. It's hard to get revenue from that. And also, they're doing subsidies, which is another thing for the government to do. They make things a little cheaper. They help people, but you don't want government doing that. It costs a lot of money. Even if it's not the direction a country wants to go into. Fortunately, Egypt had gone in that direction, and despite all the foreign aid, it's still a very poor country right now. It's very poor. A lot. I think I don't know the numbers, but from what I've heard, a lot of people are very poor, and this is why people are protesting. They don't have jobs. If there's a protest, they're not happy. Why not protest? It's something to do. Like it's like in the Great Depression. You may have heard that people would just work for free because they needed something to do. So anyway, massive protest. That's another thing that you should know about this story, and I think you should know. Uh, there's also the military. So there's kind of like three sides to the story. There's the protesters, the Timur, the rebels, or whatever direction they want to go into now. I'm not sure what they want to call themselves. They're not really rebels. They're the people of Egypt. Let's just call them people of Egypt. And then there's the Muslim Brotherhood, which we talked about. Morsi's been ousted, so he's kind of been out of. This is breaking news right now. If you're watching this right now, but yeah, Morsi's out, and there's the military. They went through a long time with military rule. That went on for I think last year, around a few months, year and a half ago. It was March. That's when the Mubarak got. No, I'm getting mixed up here. Not Mubarak. Mubarak is gone. We don't want to hear from him again. Morsi been elected. Now the military is very powerful. They just ousted Morsi, and that's very very powerful. And not many militaries can do that because these were the militaries paid and governed by the government. Not that it's always best. I'm happy. Yeah, on this issue, I'm happy that Mubarak is out because a lot of people are unhappy. Apparently, there's a petition signed, 15 million to 20 million people signed. That I think. I don't know the numbers of Egypt's population right now, but that's a significant amount, and it's a big issue for Egypt. And it'll be interesting to see how Egypt moves on forward from this. Like, is the military going to stay in control for a long time and become an autocratic government, where the military rules, or is it going to have a massively dynamic democratic structure with the military intertwined, so that we don't have these protests anymore, and that if there are protests starting, the military can oust them out? Who knows? Who knows? Or is it just confirmed the same thing last time? I think it's gonna be a while before we see a democratic election because the country needs to get organized again. And I think instead of like what happened last time, I think they rushed into the democratic process. And you can't just suddenly become a democracy. Democracies are slow when you have lots of people. When they work well when you're in a small group, then it'll be effective. Especially when you need to get things done, a democracy is not the best thing. They tend to take a while. They tend to go through many processes. It's a good thing because it establishes and it makes it legitimate. But whatever the government does, because it's for the people by the people, and everyone has a say in it, depending on how they set it up. But the people may or may not have a say in the next year and a half, depending on how things go. I'm not saying this is how it should go. I'm just saying the military might help the Egypt get back on its wheels again, because I think we all know and I agree with last time, and especially I believe they rushed into it. They didn't have a strong economy. They needed to build. They needed to become more stable, and I think the military can help with that, but it can't. The military can't be the leader for the rest, because the military is not accountable. Well, because if the military is the leader, who pays them? Your taxpayers, and are you just not going to be paying tax? Well, that's tax evasion. So it's hard to get out of that. But I would say that out of all of this, we should take that this is something we should all be watching, regardless if you're interested in politics or not. Who knows? Maybe this will happen to other countries in the next few years. We'll just lose ourselves. I don't want that to happen, but you never know. So, especially in the Middle East, I can see this happening, and other countries where people are unhappy, and while we're generally happy with their lives, we'll become upset. It's just when I remember hearing about this in a lecture somewhere. It's when I think in my politics class we talked about how people get unhappy when the standards of living keep going up and up, and then the standards of living rise up with that, and then it just stabilizes. Nothing can go exponentially forever. And I think that's what happened in Egypt and other places. That's basically the cause of the Middle East Arab Spring. So yeah, it's a very interesting time to be watching the Middle East for sure. So that includes it all. I've talked about this for a long time for one topic. I would love to talk about more, but I would like to hear your opinions about this. Correct me if I've said anything wrong. I hope I haven't. I know I said Mubarak is gone. And yeah, I just want to enable a discussion about this. I want to see people talking about this. I know I'm going to be one of millions, but I want many people as possible to hear about this. So I'll end it on this. It's a different episode-ish. We'll just call it Egypt. Timur Talks Egypt. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll definitely be doing a video tomorrow. Alright? Bye.